Right, here we go. On to St. Helens. You reviewed St. Helens' shirt last year as the worst shirt in Super League last year. So what have they done? They brought another one out that's very similar. It's a Saints shirt, isn't it? It's one of them. I think Saints are stuck now because they've had the V for so long. I feel like they don't feel like they can move away from it. So they just end up with a shirt that kind of looks very similar every single season, which is what we've got again this year. It's a Saints V.
It's a red V, and to be honest, they've got to get something to build on Saints this year, right? Them as a team. So the red V.
Try to work out where you're going with this. The shirt design.
Yeah, because the red V is so important. You've got to hold on to the DNA of that club because last year it slipped, and early signs are it's not improved. They didn't have a great warm up game. I know it's only warm up.
Yeah,
I know you can't really work off that, but you go to any Saints forum and they're calling out the coaching staff at the minute, so I think they've had to double down on that. I think they've kind of been let down a little bit by manufacturing. I think O'Neill's can be dated. Some of the O'Neill's kit can be dated compared to the likes of Oxen, Castor.
Oxen and Castor are flying the flag, aren't they, at the minute?
Yeah.
I think you're right when you said about O'Neill's. Their kit's not quite nailing them at the minute.
Yeah, and so then you look at the old school St. Helens badge on the cuffs. I mean, what a beautiful little nod to history, but it doesn't work. I don't think it works.
Yeah, so they've got I really like that on the cuffs of the arm, the old school Saints badge on the arm. I think that's great because I think they had a kit like that years back, didn't they, in 90s or something. That's a touch of class. I love that. I like how the St. Helens logo is in the background of the shirt. I really like that. Do you know what I don't like about it? So there's one thing I really don't like. The V just goes so far down the shirt.
Yeah.
It's weird. It don't look right. They could have done something more with this. I definitely could have done something more. I know you can't change your sponsor, but the Home Bargains logo in the middle just doesn't work with a V. So for that reason, I think they needed to be designing something a little bit different. I think they needed to come up with something different than... And people are going to get on my back here for saying a V, but you need to do something a bit different.
Yeah, I mean, we're sort of saying these traditional colours, these traditional colour schemes. It's like, well, it is what it is. But, Hull FC, take that as an example. You can do stuff to modernise that colour scheme, but still give a nod to tradition. I mean, and Saints are miles off of this. They've
tried, haven't they? I mean, they have put the Saints logo in the background of it, the old school Saints logo, should I say? But it just don't work for me. It just don't work. So I'm going to give this. I'll give it a 6. 6.
Yeah, I agree. 6. Yeah, that's that. Let's have a look at the away shirt.
Right, here we go, Craig. Saints away shirt, navy with the Saints writing in the background. The one thing I can tell you about this as well, which doesn't show up on the screen, is the logo on the Saints shirt. It's like a reflective logo this year.
Right.
That is a bit of a classier touch. Quite like that. I don't know what to say about it. I mean, it works better with the Home Bargains logo. I think the V being higher up works a little bit better. The O'Neill's logo with a white around it looks dreadful. The other sponsor around with a white around it looks dreadful. I don't like the Saints text in the background. It's not really working. They've tried. It's a bit of another failure for me. This one is.
No, I think it's much better. We were just saying about the red
navy.
V.
The navy looks better. Definitely looks better. Does the navy? Yeah,
but we were just sort of saying there's things you can do with the red V, and I think on this shirt they've done it. They've made that red V. There's still the iconic red V of St. Helens. We know this is a St. Helens shirt, but they've modernised it with the red border and then the pattern, the gradient sort of Saint writing in the background, where they've kind of integrated the word Saints. I think it's let down by the logos. I think it's a relatively decent away shirt. I'm going to straight away give this a 7.5. I don't think it's as bad as you're making out.
So I don't like it. I don't dislike it. I think the navy certainly looks better. Well, I just think O'Neill's have been lazy. I think they could have sorted those logos out. They could have improved it. And do you know what? If you're going to go with a really traditional home shirt, your away shirt, just go for it. Just go for something bold. You got nothing to lose, have you, really? And then you appeal to both sets of fans. You got like if they want a traditional shirt, they'll buy the home. If they want something a little bit more modern and a bit out there, go with an away shirt. If you're bringing us two shirts out that are safe, I think that's the word I'd use to use Saints shirts. They're both safe. It's another 6 for me. I'll give them both a 6.
Do you think this is let down? When we had this conversation last year, didn't we, on this video last year about the Home Bargains logo? That it's quite a hard logo to deal with. I'm not knocking that as a logo, but to deal with and to integrate that into a design is quite a challenge. I mean, how would you do it, Karl?
Yeah, do you know what I would have done? I'd have gone. I'd had a baby blue away shirt.
Yeah,
I think that would have worked better. Yeah, you're right. You're right. If Home Bargains doesn't have just like a black and white style logo, and you have to keep the colours on there, it's quite a difficult shirt, quite a difficult logo to work with. And I suppose that's what I think they've probably tried to do with the navy shirt, because it kind of ties in fairly well. But maybe if they'd have put a bit of light blue detailing on this shirt, it would have tied in better with the logo. I think that's what they should have done.
And what about the position of the Saints crest? I know there's a few clubs done that this year, haven't they, where they've sort of centralised it.
I think it works for Saints. I mean, the kit's a V, so the logo's got a V on it. Just kind of works centrally to me. The logo placement's decent, just not massive on the kit.
Shall I tell you my little thought here, right? Well, I struggle to get away with. So there's this in the military, like you talk about not having like points where people can line up the sights on you easily. So that point on the centre of the chest would just be like a sniper's dream, And for that reason, I don't like the crest in the centre there.
I'm sure that's why they designed it like that. Yeah.
Wait, is this St Helens, mate? You never know. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Remember to stick your comments down below. Let us know your thoughts on these shirts. And if you want to check out how all the Super League shirts ranked this year, check out this video next, where we go deep into every shirt and rank them for the season.